Trying to work my way into the trance and see if we can get a spirit that would like to work with us this evening. So I'll be quiet for a little while. Actually, I might be quiet for a long time. There goes the lightning and the thunder again. Okay. Hopefully, it won't be distracting to me to do my trance. Um, some of the spirits talk while I'm doing this, and some of them don't. Last time we had a talker, but the time before that, I don't think they talked at all. So it's possible that I'll be quiet for a long time. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves. Um, and I will rejoin you when the artwork is finished. And let's all set the intention that the power doesn't go out. Power stay on. All right, here we go. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder. Actually, the rain is really soothing, and I think the water and the rain would probably be beneficial for this, but not the thunder and the lightning. Okay. All right, well, here's our spirit art for the evening. Unless we decide to do another one. This one's pretty clear what the image is. All right, what did you guys think? All right, let's see. Hey, Frosty. All right. You sleep to thunderstorm sounds. Yes. It's mitochondria or a clown. Totally opposite things there, Lucy. Oh goodness. Seeds, yes. They look like seeds from you learn from science class. That's why I thought mitochondria first, yes. Unless they're hair follicles, that would be weird. That is something to think about, Lucy, that how hair follicles and seeds are similar. I never thought about that before. Plants with rain. I'm thinking this has something to do with infancy or some kind of growth that needs to be nurtured. That's what I'm getting too. Like, we are the rain to nurture ourselves and each other, and the universe is the sun to help us grow. This person likes to throw things. Oh, I see a rainbow. Hey, antique antenna. Oh, thanks. You'd like to try spirit art? Yeah, go for it. Go for it and tell us how it went. I'm still we're still in a new phase here. Oh good lord, there goes stupid thunder again. Yeah, I've never made that association before until now either. Hair follicles and seeds. Okay, so what? Yeah, that one was loud. What did you guys think about the spirit? What kinds of things did you pick up about the spirit this time? Was it male? Was it female? Was it what kind of, did you get any information from them, like any vibes? Could you pick up on like what kind of personality they had based on how they were creating? Before I tell you what I experienced. Felt kind of neutral. It was hard to say whether it's male or female. I want to say that they were depressed in their last life and a bit angry at the world. Any more ideas about who it was before I share what I experienced? Okay, so clearly this is seeds planted in the earth, and they're sprouting. One's not out of the ground yet, one just broke the surface, and one is gotten a little further along. And then it's raining, but the sun is shining, and they gave us a little itty bitty little rainbow in the corner. And I would like to point out these little blue dots. And the fact that there's 3 of them. Like 3 is like the magical spirit number, isn't it? I don't know. Actually my friend that was doing the tattoo with me, or for me, I should say. I wasn't tattooing myself. My friend that was doing my tattoo, we actually had a very, because we're sitting there for hours and hours with each other. We actually had a really great conversation about three in the spirit world and religion. Yes, three like the Holy Trinity, exactly. And like tons of other religions and spiritual beliefs in the world have a three of some sort. You know. Like even in like pagan beliefs, you have the maiden, the mother, and the crone. You've got, and then in Christianity, you've got the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. And there's plenty more that I don't know enough to say out loud. And ones I'm sure I don't know of at all. So I think that's interesting that there's three. And there was three in one of the other spirit arts too, the individual ones where it was like the three individuals that blended together and make a whole. Okay, so I think that I know who this is because we have seen him before. And if you saw the very first spirit art, you might know who it is. And I'll tell you right now that Lucy is onto something. Void Cat Witch is onto who it is when she said that they were depressed in their last life and a bit angry at the world. We have had an angry at the world spirit before. In the very first spirit art that's actually behind me right here. Oh, it's on this side. This one. He did the bottom part. His name is Peter. He told us his name the first time. I am pretty damn sure this is Peter again, because I felt exactly what you said, Void Cat Witch, that he was depressed and angry and irritated at basically Earth life. But this time, I think he wanted to show something different. You know, he didn't want to show the angry parts like he showed us here. He wanted to show us something else. But it was definitely that type of energy. So it felt very similar. Yes, like he saw a bit of hope. Yes, like the rainbow was definitely a hope thing. And okay, so when he was drawing the seeds, he was talking about growth. So let's start writing some of this stuff on the back. I feel like we should write it with green, right? Because there's a lot of green in here. All right, so I'm pretty sure this is Peter from the first spirit art. So when he was doing the seeds, he was talking about growth. Growth. And he was talking about growth in the way that you guys were talking about growth. So, it was Sylvie. Sylvie said some kind of growth that needs to be nurtured. And then Void Cat Witch said something along the same lines. That we are the rain to nurture ourselves and each other. And the universe is the sun to help us grow. You guys were like so on point here. And then when he had finished the bottom part, he didn't know what to do here. He sat and looked at the blank space and he was like, I'm not really sure what to do there. But then he listened to the rain outside and then he knew it has to be rain. But originally, what he was thinking, because I saw it in my mind, what he really wanted to create was this blinding kind of magical light that was coming through the sky, which I don't think that he knew how to make. And I don't think that he would have been able to make it with what I have without a sharpener. So he decided to simplify it. And he was going to start putting the light in, but then the rain caught his attention and he decided to add in the rain. And then he put in the sun. And then if you have sun and the rain, you have to have a rainbow. It was like the logic of it all. And as he was doing it, he was getting more confident. He was calming down. He was becoming happy. Like, I think he even smiled a couple of times towards the end. So I definitely think there's a message here about hope also, which is something else you guys said. But I'm really interested in these 3 dots because they were something very specific when he was drawing them, but I'm not really sure what he was trying to get at with it. His kids? Maybe. I think it has to do with us in general, and with like life in general. Like, maybe through these portraits, maybe you have helped him see the light and hope of life. Oh, well, maybe a light and hope of life. Yeah, because I don't think he ever lost it. I think that he, because like even in this one, he made this, like this part was his too, where he's reaching for the spiritual part. Because remember, we had the entity come in the first time, and he was like kind of a pompous jerk, and he drew this part, but he didn't even finish it, you know. And he was like, this is spirit. Spirit is like the sun. It needs to be revered and feared, is basically what he said. But then he didn't even finish it. So then Peter came in and he was like pissed. He's pissed. It's like he's creating all these layers of earth and stuff. And basically it was like layers of the earth, but then humans come in and they screw it all up. And then but somehow we're always still reaching for spirit and like trying, like this was his hope here, you know. Alarms are going off for flood. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that was something else he said to me when it was really raining again while we were doing this. He said, I think the water is coming in the house again, to me. And I was like, don't worry about it right now, I'll get it later, but thank you. So what I was trying to get at with talking about that one and this one was that this particular person, yes, like he's so irritated with humanity and how people treat each other. Like I think that was one of the biggest things, like in this one, was how people treat each other. And it made him angry and frustrated, but it never made him an asshole. And I noticed that when he was working with the art stuff, because he messed up my stones and he fixed them. And he got the tissue and he put it underneath so that it wouldn't get on the desk. And there was some, and he let me know that there was more water coming in. Like, are you sure you don't want to stop so you can? And I'm like, just keep going. I'll get it later if it's bad. There's quilts on top of it. There's quilts, or not quilts, comforters. So throughout the whole thing, he was also very kind. So I definitely think there's something here to do with kindness. and a symbolism for the number 3. But oh, hello OXA. I'm not doing any readings tonight, my dear. We're just doing some spirit art. But thank you for coming in, and I'll be back on Friday night to do readings. Yeah, so come back Friday and you can get a reading that night. I should be able to stay on late and do a bunch of readings because I don't have to get up early Saturday for anything this time. But I'm still trying to figure out what these 3 dots are. And I felt kind of like, the more I think about it, I kind of feel like it might be like the life force inside of the seed. Kind of like Lucy was thinking it was like mitochondria, like that this would be, these little things are like the mitochondria, or like the thing that makes the seed alive. Yes. Like mind, body, spirit, which is what we're doing in the raw discussions. Like that's all it's like, that's what it's been about for like many sessions here, but we discussion sessions. So like I feel like the blue part would be the spirit. But then there was also, okay, so there was also a message in here about ideas. Like he was using the seeds as a reference for ideas. Planting the seeds of ideas. This is getting very complicated. So if these seeds represent ideas, on top of representing an actual physical thing, then what part would be the body and what part would be the mind? Would the mind be the seed and the body be the growth? Or would the body be the seed and the growth is the mind? What do you guys think? And somewhere along this, we have to get a coherent message. Ay, ay, ay. My straw was leaning over my candle flame. Good thing it's not hot. Let's fix that before we get a fire with our flood. Spirit within the human form. Hey! I think I just saw you in somebody's stream. Was it, Yo Erica maybe? 3 aspects of this so-called life experience, yes. I think each seed is each aspect's, I think each seed is each aspect of life. Maybe. So which one's which? Which one would be which? The largest one being spirit because it reaches so far towards the sun. Oh, it is almost touching it. Look, it's almost touching the light. Oh, you're so smart. So spirit. Then what? What? Mind? Body? Body, mind? Next time I do this with colored pencils, I need to make sure they're all sharpened first. Okay, so spirit, mind, body. So the body is not particularly concerned with the spirit. The mind is interested enough to break the surface, but the spirit is the one that wants to get back to the spirit. That makes some good sense, Boy Cat Witch. Haven't been able to attend many streams. Do recall seeing you though recently. Yes, I think it might have. Were you in Yo Erica's stream? I think is what it was. I watched Yo Erica, and last night I watched Darth Magoat. Our body is just the vessel we use, and the mind really holds our connection. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read that again. Our body is just the vessel we use, and the mind really holds our physical life force. Spirit wants to connect with spirit. Yes. 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 And there are so many aspects of what we're talking about in those discussion videos of the Raw book. So people that just came in, if you weren't here at the beginning, if you haven't joined us over at YouTube, which my YouTube is also Medium Jenny Lee, we're reading this book. I'm reading this book, and then I'm doing discussions about it. I just realized this is still out of focus. I'll have to focus it better. And then I'm doing discussion videos about it, and I want people who watch it to comment and discuss it together. And it's so many things that came through in this artwork is in those videos. It's crazy. All right, let's see if we can focus this a little better because it's driving me absolutely nuts. Do. Focus. Focus. There we go. That's a little better. Now we can see it a little clearer. Okay. The title is so powerful. The title of the book. It's the sister. Oh, your sister. Hey, Roly Poly Pandas. Okay, so, all right, so we have had, oh yes, the book. Yes, it is a very, very interesting book. And the reason why we're reading it, Spirit Within the Human Form, is because we had been contacted by that Raw entity twice during the Twitch streams for a specific person. It came in as their medium reading. And then my friend told me that there actually was this entity and there's these books about it. So that's why we're reading it. And there's like so many amazing, crazy things in it that it's just mind-boggling. It's really hot over on my end. I think Sekhmet is very interested in this Raw. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so we have to get back to the drawing here. We just made some very, very important revelations about this piece of art, and I feel like we really need to add it. We need to add it to the back of the description here. So far, we know that this was Peter from the very first spirit art. It's about growth. It's about hope. Peter was showing a lot of kindness. So I feel like that's important to mention. We have the symbology of the number 3. And then you guys said so many great, amazing things about this that we should definitely sum it up with a strong message. So, spirit, mind, body. Spirit, mind, body. growth, hope, nurturing. We talked about nurturing. Spirit that's not in the physical. So how the hell do we put this in a in a coherent message? If you had to sum it up, what would you say is the main message of this artwork? You guys tell me. Tell me what you think. What's the main message of this? I got some iced coffee tonight. It is delicious. Don't neglect your mind, body, and spirit, because though through that neglect one loses hope and fades from the light. That's great. Great, Voidcat Witch. And then Spirit from within the human form says, planting the seed within to connect with the three aspects. If this life experience of in this life experience of the spirit, mind, and body, in order to grow. Those are fantastic and very, very similar. Okay. Sylvie, what did you think? If you had to sum it up, what would you say? And I know that I'm putting you on the spot and you might not want to give an answer, but you should. You've been here watching it. You had great insight into this earlier. So I'm testing you because you said you need to work on your intuition. Sylvie, what do you think the message is? If of planting the seed within to connect with the three aspects. If of life experience of the spirit, mind, body, in order to grow. Even in the dark, there's light to grow and evolve. From Roly Poly Pandas. Excellent. Even in the dark, there's light to grow and evolve. Yes. Typing is heard. Especially because when I watch people's streams, I watch from my phone. And good Lord, trying to type on the phone is just the worst thing ever. So Roly Poly Pandas, that totally makes me think of the card in the Osho Zen Tarot. I almost feel like I should get it out so we can look at it. But it's exactly, that's the message of that card, is that the seed is in the darkness and it has to grow through the ground, through the hardness, the hard stuff, to get to the light. You finished your first macrame? Oh, yay! You should share a picture of it on Discord. Share a picture. Share a picture on Discord. Let's put the Discord link in the chat. If you want to, Lucy. No pressure. No pressure. You don't have to share it on Discord. But it made me think I should put the link in the chat. I never know if the link is going to be correct. Let's see if it is. Nightbot put it in there. See, it's different. So don't listen to the Nightbot. That's the one you need to use. I fix it all the time and it keeps going back to like resetting itself every 7 weeks or 7 days or whatever it is. Anyway, love that there's a rainbow. The rain is the tears that are helping from the darkness, and the rays from the sun is the light as they both coexist. Oh yeah, see, there's so much symbolism in this. I don't even know where to go now, because there's the light and the dark and the shadow and the love, and like you could go totally all into all some craziness about that. Hey, Patchwork Spirit. You will in the morning. It's too dark tonight. Okay, cool, Lucy. I'm excited to see your macrame. Helping is meant to be healing. Oh, I like that one too. We could put a couple messages on the back. We've done that before. I think that one of the messages that we need to put on was the way that spirit within the human form said it earlier. Spirit wants to connect with spirit, which was one of the messages that Peter talked about before in the original one. So I'm just going to write that. Spirit wants to, but instead let's say reconnect, because it's already connected. Reconnect with spirit. Okay, so that's definitely one of the messages we're putting on there. My mind is a potato. I can't come up with the right words. Sylvie. For a second I thought that was your message. My mind is a potato. Maybe it truly is a potato, Sylvie, because potatoes have to grow in the ground. Oh, you're so funny. Okay. Well, no matter what, Sylvie, whether your mind is a potato or not, I'm glad that you tried. I got your brain thinking. You were trying to think of something. I could feel your wheels turning. You were trying to think of something to add. So good job, Sylvie. Even if you didn't come up with anything this time, you're gonna get it next time. Okay, so then we definitely need to add another message in here about all the other wonderful things that you guys brought up about growth and the mind and the body and the spirit and all of that. So let me look back at some of the things that we said here. Okay. The 3 aspects of life experience. So in the Ra book, Ra is supposed to be an alien entity that's like a collective consciousness of beings. And when it tries to use the English language, it refers to humans as a mind, body, spirit complex. So the fact that all of those words kept coming up in the description for this is like crazy. It's craziness. Okay. Okay, the largest one was spirit reaching toward the sun, spirit. Mind, body, nurturing, growth, hope. Our body is the vessel we use, and the mind really holds our physical life force. Planting the seed within to connect with 3 aspects of this life experience of the spirit, mind, and body in order to grow. Connecting with the 3 aspects of this life experience of spirit, mind, and body in order to grow. Don't neglect your mind, body, and spirit, because through that neglect, one loses hope and fades from the light. These are all so good. Okay. Even in the dark, there's light to grow and evolve. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get it. Love that there's a rainbow. The rain is the tears and that are helping from the darkness, and the rays of the sun is the light. They both coexist. Yeah, we expect double effort next time. Okay, so we have Peter, growth, hope, kindness, symbol for 3. Spirit wants to reconnect with spirit, and okay, I'm getting it. I'm not going to look at the chat for a second because it's coming through. It's coming. Okay. 1 must attend to the 3 aspects of this life. Oh, I'm messing it up. L-I-F-E, comma, spirit. I'm going to put it in the order that Lucy said. Spirit, mind, and body. One must attend to the 3 aspects of this life, spirit, mind, and body, in order to experience growth. Bam! Oh, did you guys hear that? Right when I said bam, there was a huge loud crack of thunder. And also, when Peter finished the drawing, the rain almost stopped. Craziness. Okay. All right, so here's our messages, people. We got 2 messages. Spirit wants to reconnect with spirit. And I was able to narrow it all down into one coherent sentence here. One must attend to the 3 aspects of this life, spirit, mind, and body, in order to experience growth. Bam! I think that that's fantastic. What a fantastic message from Peter this evening. Although tears help the healing process. Absolutely. Tears are healing, not helping. Tears can be helping. They help release and wash away all the old garbage. Oh, Sylvie! Oh, Sylvie! You typed something! Okay, we have to read what Sylvie wrote. The mind, body, and spirit needs to be nourished for growth in order to experience and connect with the high spirit or something along those lines. Yes, Sylvie. Yes. You were typing almost the same thing I was writing down, just in a different combination of words. The LD lights just flickered. Yeah. Apparently the thunderstorms are not over, even though they were supposed to be over. The potato grew sprouts. Yay, Sylvie. Hooray. Hooray. Good job, Sylvie. All right. Well, I think this was a very successful spirit art. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Perfection. Now I have a jumbled up mess of colored pencils. I gotta figure out which ones go back in the box. Okay, so